Okay, so here we are today talking about expectations. Change your expectations, change your boundaries. What do I mean by that? In the book, I talk about how we have an expectation that people should only ask us to do a certain amount of things or participate in a certain amount of things and not have these crazy expectations of us. Now, that's true. Some people do have unrealistic expectations of us. But if we're someone who has historically responded with a yes, or figured out how to serve others, or just figured out when we're exhausted and overwhelmed and overworked and overcommitted to just do that next thing, why would someone not keep continually to ask us? So this is what we have to understand. If you are a person who shows up, if you are a woman who shows up, if you're a woman of your word, if you always finish a job that's asked of you, if you stick around and help other people, if you're someone who goes above and beyond and does the extra mile, if you always do A+ work, that's the expectation that you've set for other people, that you've made. And people are going to, of course, keep asking you because you show up, you are a woman of your word, you are a woman of your commitments. That's a good thing. What is not good and what we don't understand is that we are empowered to set boundaries around what we do. We cannot expect other people not to ask us. And when they ask us and ask and ask over and over, we can't keep getting angry at them for, asking us to do the same work over and over. They're going to keep asking us because we are people who show up and do it. They're not asking the people who don't finish jobs. They're not asking the people that don't do good work. They're not asking the people who half-ass everything. That's not who they're asking. They're asking you because you are a solid person who shows up and gets the job done or goes the extra mile. Those are all great qualities to have in a coworker. The power lies within you. See, we like to take the power and put it on them and say, they shouldn't ask. Why are they asking? Don't they know I've done this? Don't they know I've already done this? Don't they know I have this going on in my life, or that I'm overwhelmed with this, or I have this thing that's going on at home, or I'm taking care of a sick parent, or whatever it is. Or don't they know I have too much going on? Newsflash, no, they don't know. No one knows what's going on in your life but you. So when someone continually asks you, we want to put the power on them. Like, we just don't even want them to ask us because we have to muster up the energy then to say no. And we have so much shame associated with letting people down and saying no. We don't realize that it's actually within our power to do that, and we're not doing anything wrong. So take back your power, step into your power, and instead of getting angry that someone's asking you, take it as a compliment. And what do I mean by that? Well, if someone asks me to give a talk and I can look at my calendar and go, gosh, why are they asking me to give this talk? Don't they know I'm already giving 5 other talks? I'm just annoyed that I even have to respond to this email. That's the wrong attitude to have. Instead, I open the email, I see someone's asking me to give a talk. I don't have space or time to give a talk. I'm like, this is awesome that they're asking me. This person thinks so much of my speaking ability and what I have to say that they're asking me to give a talk. This is amazing. I can't do it, but it's freaking amazing that they even asked me to do this. Change your mindset, empower yourself. Thank you so much for asking me to give this talk. I would love to give this talk. I don't have time. Can you ask me next year? Will you put me on the schedule for next year? I'd love to consider it then. Please email me in 9 months and ask me again. But this year I have this awesome woman or man who I think can give this talk. Here they are. It moves from an annoyance that you have to respond to say no to a compliment that someone is asking you to do something. It's the same thing if someone's asking you to come to something on the weekend that you don't want to go to. Take it as a compliment. It doesn't mean you have to do it. Change your expectations, change your boundaries. If you love this channel, subscribe and make sure that you are tagging friends and telling them about this content so they too can learn how to set boundaries.